Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2021 general reading. We're looking at the first 2 weeks of July, so from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for our twins, the air sign of Gemini. Welcome everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, any of the videos, and for all that you do in support of my YouTube channel. Like, sharing, hitting that subscribe button, donations, feedback, comments, reaching out for personal readings. It is all greatly appreciated and it all makes a difference. Thanks so much. So this reading is for Gemini for the first 2 weeks of July 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus is in Gemini. It's relevant if you're cross-watching for a Gemini. Of course, it's going to resonate differently for everyone. It is a general reading. Watch all of your signs for additional insight and points of perspective. And if you find that any of it resonates with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, click on the description link below, the little arrow that'll give you contact details, my email address, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I can send you more information typically within the first day. And since I do readings full-time, it's all that I do. I'm pretty diligent about scheduling those readings in a timely fashion. So send me an email if you're interested. Okay, Gemini, let's see what the first 2 weeks of July have in store for you. I am using the Deviant Moon Tarot and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite deck. I just recently returned from spending some time in the French Quarter in New Orleans, so of course I had to pick up some tarot cards there. The Deviant Moon, here's what the box looks like. Beautiful artwork, bizarre and beautiful, kind of strange but extraordinary, and I was quite drawn to it, which is what always leads me to purchase tarot decks. Okay, Gemini, our twins, first 2 weeks of July. Okay, Gemini, we begin with the Fool, followed by Death, you know, the artwork in the Deviant Moon Tarot is so exquisitely strange. I keep wanting to call it the Demented Moon Tarot instead of the Deviant Moon Tarot. Next we have the Chariot, followed by the Emperor. Wow, 4 major arcana cards so far. So probably a pretty profound time or a pretty profound influence in how this affects your life. We have the 6 of Wands. Beautiful. With the 10 of Wands. And from the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. So the bottom of the deck represents overall energy and focus. Since that is obviously not you, it's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I'm going to pull the next card, the Devil. You know, the Devil in tarot decks is often portrayed in a pretty classic, traditional, horns, pitchfork, a very scary looking. But the Devil in the tarot primarily represents negative obsessive cycles, addictions. So it represents temptation or enslavement through temptation. And I really think in real life that, if the devil were to show up in some kind of physical form, it would probably be a beautiful man or woman in an Armani suit or, De Laurentiis dress or something of that sort. It wouldn't look like that, because it's something that becomes obsessively harmful for us, but there's something attractive or something that keeps sucking us back in, right? So the central focus is around an individual, showing up as the King of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, showing up as a king, but it could be a queen as well. This is a general reading. I can't help but notice that we have an Emperor here as well, which is attached to the sign of Aries. So for some of you, it might be an Aries individual or an older individual. There's some kind of negative cycle going on here, and the Devil card doesn't show up for new things. This is something which is, whatever the source of the obsessive, negative, cyclical energy it is this is probably something that's been going on for some time. And I am noticing, I don't know if it's Mercury in retrograde, which usually tends to bring things up for us that we need to readdress or make sure are completely done. There's been a lot of energy in the readings, in the signs for, relationships and addressing things that should have been addressed before but weren't. So it is likely a relationship that we're looking at here, although the nature of that relationship may differ for each of you watching because it is a general reading. We have the Fool and Death here, which means a final ending and moving onwards towards on a new path. It could also be, the Fool sometimes represents somebody being an idiot, being literally foolhardy. But Death is here, which represents a final ending and completion. So it's likely starting off on a new journey, a completely new journey, a completely different journey, which for relationships would likely mean that this relationship ends, or the way that it has ended. Because, whatever it is, it's not good, it's not healthy, and it just keeps going around and around and around again. We have the Chariot and the Emperor here. The Chariot is a card that can represent success, but it's on a really, really, really difficult path. When you think about the chariot races or battles in Roman medieval times, those things were brutal. There's no tie, there's only one winner, right? And usually at the end of it, the winner is often injured themselves, and the losers are dead or maimed or bleeding in the sand, right? It's a card that represents you can only win by staying focused, ambitious on your goal, but it's going to come at a pretty high cost. And clarifying that is the Emperor. Could be a father figure. It could be an Aries. It could be an older, established individual. But then we have success and victory and triumph after a struggle, being recognized, set apart as recognized for your talents, your skills, how special and unique you are. And the Ten of Wands, which is, can represent feeling like you're at the very end. This burden has to be laid down. This is a card of feeling overwhelmed and something coming to an end. And I can't help but look at these bottom rows of cards and feel like it's a relationship or some kind of situation with this person that involves this other person that is coming to a final end, because you just can't, gosh, I actually feel a sense of being overwhelmed and exhausted. You just can't deal with it anymore. I mean, here's how it came out: Death, and then the Emperor, and then the Ten of Wands. Death and the Ten of Wands are both cards of complete, total endings. Something coming to an end because, it's just been going on for too long, which the Devil card implies as well. The Emperor, for many of you, is likely, again, centered around this person, whether it's a romantic relationship or a paternal relationship or family or even a boss. It could be a boss. This could be a completely unhealthy and toxic job situation as well. I'm actually getting an odd message that whoever this other person is, whether it's a romantic person or a paternal person or a boss, is saying, oh, we can get through, just, if you're not willing to stick it out, we can stick it out. It's kind of like, I need more time, or, if you're just willing to kind of stick it out, everything will be fine. I don't know. It just feels like it's the same thing over and over again. That's got to mean something to somebody. So let's clarify. Okay, let's clarify. Didn't ask yet. Let's clarify the King of Wands with the Devil. What is this Devil card energy? The Page of Wands. Messages, messengers, exciting new beginnings. Beginning of a path. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the Knight of Water who comes in charging and full of emotion, promising the sun, the moon, the stars, and love with love itself. And then we have the Three of Swords, which is heartache, heartbreak, heartache, which is the nature of the Devil card, which is what we're clarifying. There's some kind of negative cycle or something that's become cyclically toxic and negative because it just keeps going around and around and around again around this King of Wands individual. It's the same thing. It feels like, and this is what I was getting in terms of talking or messages. Somebody keeps saying, I love you. Oh, let's go do this. Or, oh, it's going to be great. And, I love you and I'm going to serenade you by moonlight. But the issue with Knights, particularly with the Knight of Cups, because he's the Knight of Emotion, is his challenge is in the follow through. Knights aren't known for coming and staying, right? Even the Knight of Pentacles, once he completes his mission, because he's the one guaranteed to as the Knight of Earth, even he leaves. Knights are all about the mission, the quest. They're on a mission, a quest, and they charge off to do that. And once they do that, they have their eye on the next mission and quest. They're known for fast-moving offers and opportunities, but they're not known for coming and staying. And especially if this is a King of Wands Emperor, he's not acting like that. Or an older person who isn't. And perhaps this feels like, what was it, Leo's reading or something, where the Emperor was not acting like an emperor. He was acting like a page or a knight, kind of like somebody who had spent a long time and a lot of work building up their life and being at a point of responsibility and accountability in their life. And maybe they are in all the other areas of life, but in relationship, and maybe it's because they've had too many negative experiences, they're like, I'm going to live the rest of my life just for myself. I've worked hard, I built up my stuff, and now it's just all about me, which is kind of an un-emperor like qualities for the emperor to do, particularly in relationship, because he knows how responsible and accountable he is. But here again, it looks like this person isn't manifesting like the emperor in this relationship with you. They keep saying wonderful things, they keep promising wonderful things, or they might give you these gifts, but in the end, it's still the same heartbreak over and over and over again. That's the nature of this toxic cycle. Let's clarify the Fool. The Eight of Cups, leaving, walking away to find your Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. The Two of Cups, that soulmate card. And the Hermit, doing it alone. Yeah, this feels like a relationship ending, or a decision to end a relationship. Or to stop engaging with this person in the same way, because it's the same thing over and over and over again. Which means that if in love and relationship you're looking for your Two of Cups, soulmate, kindred spirit, this person is not it. No matter, the difficulty is this looks like a relationship, regardless of the nature of it, that has been well established. And it also doesn't look like there's any lack of love and caring. It's just that this person cannot seem to break through their own negative cycle. Maybe they're commitment phobic to the point that they just can't break through it. And even though they love you and they don't want to lose you, they can't move through it to get this relationship to the next level, which leaves you in the position of, well, what do I do? It looks like a lot of you are making the decision to separate yourself from this situation, this relationship, this person, this friendship, this job, because it's toxic. You're tired of hearing the same things over and over again and feeling the same pain over and over again. Clarify the Chariot. What is so difficult here? The Empress and the Chariot again. Right. So we have the Chariot twice, which implies how difficult of a struggle having any measure of success in this situation or relationship. The Empress is the Emperor's natural pair. So it does imply that the two of you have probably been together for quite some time. You might be married, a long-term relationship. But it's what's so hard? The Chariot represents success through a lot of challenge and difficulty. And the only way to win is, doesn't matter if you get run over 19 times, you got to get up that 20th time. So this is clarifying the difficulty here. The difficulty is the Empress. It feels like a situation where like you're in relationship with this person somehow, general reading, of course, and trying to be this person's perfect person or be everything that they want, for some of you, is just, it's too hard. It shouldn't have to be this hard. It means the bulk of everything is falling on your shoulders, and that's not supposed to be the case in a relationship where two people, are supposed to be well matched, right? But then there's this there's this card of feeling overwhelmed and just wanting this to come to an end, because maybe you want to be recognized in a different way. You want to feel more special, more appreciated. The Empress, the Emperor doesn't want the Empress's life to be so difficult, certainly not with the Chariot card energy. She's his queen, his Empress. She's sitting on a bed of abundance and luxury and, beautiful and abundant and fertile. It's like the Emperor doesn't realize what he has, and the Empress is tired. It's too hard. She wants to be recognized and viewed as special and held above the other people, in a positive way. This is just too overwhelming. Clarify the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is, winning awards and being publicly recognized and applauded and seen as special and unique. Victory. I mean, in work, it's, promotions and advancement and bonuses because you've done something better than other people, right? The Ace of Cups. Emotional renewal, new love and romance. The King of Pentacles. Uh-oh. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Page of Cups. Wow. This is somebody else, Gemini, who's more than willing, perhaps they're standing off in the wings somewhere, who's more than willing to reach out to you and tell you how wonderful and special you are, and would very much like to have some kind of new beginning with you. This could also be somebody who's not romantically involved, who's stepping in and saying, hey, value yourself more, love yourself more. You have everything available to you. If you're in a relationship, a job, a situation that's not happy, that's not joyful, that's not abundant, that doesn't recognize you for your own uniqueness, talent, skills, beauty, whatever, you need to move on, because then it's definitely still out there. But for some of you, this is somebody who's waiting in the wings, who would love to have the opportunity to see you and treat you as the Empress needs to be treated. And somebody who's showing with a lot of earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, solid, stable, reliable, generous, sincere. Somebody who's willing to recognize you, because in some ways the opposite of the Six of Wands is like that Five of Pentacles card, being shut out, feeling abandoned, rejected, out in the cold, not good enough, feeling like you have to beg for everything that you need, which could be maybe the reason for this Ten of Wands, feeling overwhelmed. It's like, I'm done. I need to dump this burden, which is associated with the Emperor, so that I can go off and have some kind of success and victory, or just recognition and being seen as somebody special, whether or not you have somebody in the wings or not. But it definitely feels like there's somebody there who's more than willing to step in and do the job that the Emperor is not doing. Clarify the Ten of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. What did I say? Being abandoned, shut out, in the cold, not good enough, rejected, reduced to beggar, financial insufficiency and lack. pretty clear here. The difficulty and the challenge, of course, is the investment you've already put into something. A lot of people hate to turn away from that because then they think it was a waste, or they're afraid that they're not going to have anything else, so better to have at least this than nothing. But that's not the case here, right? Any final messages, advice, guidance for Gemini? And I think also Spirit's trying to show you here, Gemini, that if you choose to leave, there is more out there for you that is much more abundant and fulfilling and right for you. Whether it's love or whether it's work. I feel like you feel obligated to this other situation simply because of the time you've already put into it, and you're not, because it's not reciprocal. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. Three of Cups. Put yourself in alignment with people who love you, who see you, who recognize you, who accept you for who you are, and vice versa. This is a card with a high social energy. It speaks about getting out there and socializing and having fun being around people that you feel connected with, and vice versa. Positive social connections in your community. People and places that you're in alignment with, that match you, that fit you, right? The Seven of Cups, multiple beautiful options and opportunities for you out there. You are not done. This does not have to be the best you can get. Oh my goodness. And then we have the Nine of Cups. Here is your wish fulfillment, right? You had the Eight of Cups, leaving, walking away to find that Nine of Cups. Here is your Nine of Cups. And the Four of Wands, happy homes, celebrations, marriage. It's out there for you. This doesn't have to be, if this thing, and it looks like you've tried and tried and tried for a long time, it hasn't changed. This does not need to be the best you can get, as good as it gets. The only thing, I need to stay because then if I leave, there's nothing, right? That's not true, Gemini. There's much more out there for you. Wish fulfillment is out there for you. Okay, Gemini, those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of July. I hope that they were helpful and hopeful to you. Again, if any of it resonated with you, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, maybe take a deeper look at something, click on the description link below for my email address, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the July mid-month general readings. Until then, stay safe and well, be strong and be blessed, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.